What's going on, guys? This is Coach Richard back with Coach John. Today we're going to focus on the core. All right, we're going to try to get that stomach looking right. So for today, before we even get started, I kind of want to go over how we're going to do the timing for today's workouts. So for those of y'all that have been following our beginner program, y'all's workouts, each movement is going to be 20 seconds. For our intermediates, it's going to be 40 seconds. And for our advanced, you're going to do a minute of each movement. So Coach John's here to kind of demonstrate. We are going to walk out through a quick warm-up though. For the warm-up, we're going to start off with Superman, okay? And we're actually going to do these for reps. So I want y'all to start off with anywhere from 10 to 20 reps, whatever you feel you need to get warmed up. And all you're going to do, you're going to lay flat on your stomach. And from here, you're going to lift your legs and your arms at the same time, squeeze that lower back, and then right back down. Good, just like that. And then back up and down. So you're going to knock out anywhere from 10 to 20 of those, whatever you need to warm up. And then from there, you're going to go into a cobra. And from here, so you're going to keeping your hips on the ground, knees and feet on the ground. You're going to crawl your hands in and slowly get that chest off the ground, and you're going to feel this start to stretch right in the abs. Okay, get as far as you can, and then from there I actually want you to crawl out, and then you're going to crawl back in. Okay, we're going to make this active. So for these, same thing, anywhere from 10 to 20 reps to where you feel that core starts to really feel good. You'll notice how your first rep feels kind of tight, and then it progressively starts to feel better. That's what we're going for. So once you feel that feels good, we'll be good. All right, now for the actual workout. So again, beginners are going to be 20 seconds of each movement, intermediate will be 40, and then our advanced will be a whole minute. We're going to start off with just your standard plank. And John's actually going to demonstrate the regular plank as well as the modification. So you're going to go with your standard plank, just like this. Primary focus on your plank is you want to keep your shoulders, hips, and ankles in a straight line. If you notice that your hips are sinking downwards or sinking too high up, or not sinking up, or there you go, elevated up, then you can actually modify it by bringing your knees down onto the ground to help keep your shoulders and hips in a straight line. Okay, so you're going to go 20 seconds, 40 seconds, or a minute of that. From there, you're going to roll over, and we're going to hit some toe touches. Bam. Try to keep your feet straight up, hands straight up to the toes. If you can't get that range of motion, or you feel like that's burning a little too much, you can modify that with some knee touches. Bring your feet straight down, hands are coming right, and grab it onto the knees right there. From here, you're going to sit up, and we're going to go into a Russian twist. So, bam, you're going to come up. If your feet are going to be slightly off the ground, if you lean back too far, you will fall. So just try to find that sweet spot. And then from here, you're going to rotate at the hips, at the torso. There you go, trying to touch the opposite hand to the opposite side of the hips, just like that. If you need to modify this movement, you can either bring your feet on the ground and rotate. And if that's too difficult, you can actually lay back, and you're going to do what's called a penguin. You'll lay all the way back, and you're going to pick your shoulder blades up off the ground and rotate and touch hand to foot, hand to ankle if you can. From there, we're going to go into your standard sit-up or crunch. So for your standard sit-up, you'll lay all the way back, hands all the way over your head, and then you're going to come all the way up and touch your toes, just like that. If that's not possible, you can actually bend your knees in and go into your standard crunch, to where you're going to come up and get your really primary focus on your crunch to make sure everything from the lats back is getting off the ground, just like that. Now, one more thing you can do with this, and this throws a lot of people off, even for the sit-up, you're going to show your legs out real quick one more time. If you add weight on your sit-up, if you put weight in your hand, it actually makes the movement easier. So real quick, I'm going to get John to 2.5, bam. Right there. So let's say you have a can of food, you have a water jug or something. If you add weight in your hands, it actually generates momentum through your body, bam, and it helps you on your sit-up. So if you want to try the full sit-up and you have something you can add weight with, do this. If not, you can go into just the modifications we showed. And then we're going to top it off with the leg lift, which I forgot to go over. So it's all right. So now we're going to go over your standard leg lift. So hands will go right underneath your butt to help support your lower back, your lumbar right there. And all you're going to do from here is lift your legs up, try to get to where you're in that toe touch position, and then right back down. If possible, try to do this without touching your feet on the ground. If you have to rest, you can. And then for your modification, you'll bring one leg down and you'll do one leg at a time. So you'll actually bend just like that, bam. And if you need to bend that other leg, you can. Find what's comfortable for you. It'll be different for everybody, just like that. And then you rotate legs if you need to modify. So again, it's going to be either 20 seconds if you're a beginner, 40 seconds if you're intermediate, or 1 minute if you're advanced of each movement. Feel free to take as long as a break as you want in between, and y'all are going to knock out 3 total rounds of this.